The life of Albert Einstein, a mind that changed the universe. Imagine a man who looked at the universe and saw what no one else could. A dreamer whose wild hair matched his even wilder ideas. This is the story of Albert Einstein, a genius who didn't just live in the world. He redefined it. Albert Einstein was born on March 14th, 1879, in Ulm, a small town in the Kingdom of Württemberg, Germany. His parents, Hermann and Pauline, ran a modest electrical engineering business. Little Albert wasn't your typical child. He didn't speak until he was almost 3, worrying his family. But when he did, it was clear his mind worked differently. At 5, his father gave him a compass. Watching that needle mysteriously point north sparked something in him, a lifelong curiosity about the hidden forces of nature. Einstein wasn't a fan of school, at least not the rigid, memorize everything kind. He clashed with teachers who valued discipline over imagination. But outside the classroom, he thrived. By 12, he taught himself advanced mathematics, devouring books on geometry and physics. His family moved to Italy when he was 15 after his father's business failed. And there, amid the sunny hills of Pavia, young Albert began dreaming bigger. At 17, he enrolled at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich, determined to become a teacher. It wasn't smooth sailing. He struggled with authority and barely graduated. But it was here he met Mileva Maric, a brilliant Serbian physicist and the only woman in his class. They fell in love, sharing late-night talks about science and the universe. After graduating in 1900, Einstein faced rejection after rejection for teaching jobs. With Mileva pregnant, he needed stability. So, in 1902, he took a desk job at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern. Now picture this, a 26-year-old clerk, surrounded by patent applications for clocks and gadgets, quietly rewriting the laws of physics. 1905 became Einstein's miracle year. In just 12 months, he published 4 groundbreaking papers. One explained the photoelectric effect, how light knocks electrons off metals, laying the foundation for quantum theory. Another introduced special relativity, shattering Newton's ideas of absolute time and space. And then came the equation that would echo through history. E, energy, equals mass times the speed of light squared. A simple formula that hinted at the universe's deepest secrets. Einstein's ideas were radical, but they didn't make him famous overnight. He kept working at the patent office until 1909, when he finally landed a professorship in Zurich. Meanwhile, his personal life grew complicated. He and Mileva had 2 sons, Hans Albert and Eduard, but their marriage strained under his growing obsession with work. By 1914, as World War I loomed, Einstein moved to Berlin to teach. There, he dove into his most ambitious project yet, general relativity. General relativity was Einstein's masterpiece. He proposed that gravity wasn't just a force, but a curvature of space-time caused by mass, like a bowling ball sinking into a trampoline. It took years of struggle, sleepless nights, and countless erased equations. In 1919, during a solar eclipse, scientists tested his theory. When the results matched his predictions, the world took notice. Newspapers declared, Einstein overthrows Newton. Overnight, he became a global icon. But fame came with a cost. His marriage to Mileva ended in 1919, and he soon married his cousin, Elsa Löwenstein, who became his shield against the spotlight. The 1920s saw Einstein touring the world, America, Japan, Palestine, lecturing to packed halls. In 1921, he won the Nobel Prize, not for relativity, but for the photoelectric effect. Still, not everyone cheered. In Germany, rising anti-Semitism branded his work Jewish physics. As Hitler gained power, Einstein, a Jew himself, knew he couldn't stay. In 1933, he fled to the United States, settling at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey. America became his refuge, though he never lost his German accent or his quirky charm. He traded his suits for sweaters, let his hair grow wilder, and rode a bicycle around town. But the world wasn't done with him. In 1939, he signed a letter to President Roosevelt, warning that Germany might build an atomic bomb using his E = the Ford. That letter helped spark the Manhattan Project, though Einstein, a pacifist, later regretted it when the bombs fell on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. After the war, Einstein turned to activism, advocating for peace, civil rights, and a world without nuclear weapons. He wrote, spoke, and dreamed of unity in a divided world. But his health faded. On April 18, 1955, at 76, he passed away in Princeton from a ruptured aneurysm. His brain was preserved for study, scientists hoping to unlock the secret of his genius. They found nothing conclusive. Maybe his brilliance wasn't in his brain, but in his imagination. Albert Einstein didn't just give us equations, he gave us a new way to see the universe. A boy with a compass became a man who bent time, stretched space, and lit up the unknown. His life reminds us that curiosity, not conformity, changes the world. So the next time you look at the stars, think of him, a dreamer who proved the impossible was possible. Subscribe for more stories of brilliance.